unbelievable kid, unbelievable journey, and good for him. This is his final home game in Death Valley. Same holds true for Cade Klubnik. We'll talk about him throughout the afternoon. What an unbelievable year. First throw and a catch springing loose down there is Cole Turner, and that's a big gain up close to midfield.
Yeah, it's very important for them to tackle well versus Clemson.
25-yard gain. Now they put it in the hands of T.J. Moore, and he is dropped inside the 35. Back-to-back big hits.
You definitely want him on your team.
Second down. They give it to Randall, and he is smashed behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
by Luke McLaughlin. Yeah. This will be a 45-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, and it is good. So Clemson marches down the field in a little better than 3.5 minutes, and a 3-0 Tigers lead. Assistant coach is an offensive lineman. He left for a short while to go to the Air Force Academy and then came back to be the head coach. And this is Antonio Williams, and he brings it back to the 40. Well, wait a minute now. Furman claiming it was a fumble. I don't think so. I think the ground caused that fumble. Do they go right back to Williams? Klubnik in trouble. But on the crossing pattern and making the reception, Olsen, Pat Henry, their big tight end, and he limps to the sideline after being dropped. Going to throw it. Wide open, touchdown, Antonio Williams. They might be doing a pile of push-ups today. What are you laughing at? First time we have called the name, and you'll hear a lot about him for years to come, and that is Gideon Davidson. They got it from TCU under Sonny Dykes. And they pull off the double reverse, and this is Tyler Brown. End zone for Brown, and touchdown.
Have a little fun with some trickeration there. See Adam Randall with the reverse. Have a little fun on senior day. Garrett Riley really opened up the playbook just to be creative and let these guys.
Rolling, and sitting down in the middle of the field and making the reception. And that's a nice gain right there by Jakeith Hamilton the last couple of years. They made the playoff a season ago. I mean, all day to throw. And where's Klubnik going? And that'll be intentional grounding. Jaquan Smith is their short yardage back. They fake it to him. And the quarterback will be spun down short as he is wrapped up by the great Sammy Brown. Big topics of discussion around college football, maybe in the second half, depending. Looking for Antonio Williams. A touchdown, his second of the game, 21st of his career. Second touchdown, Klubnik to Antonio Williams. Almost full years to start over. Took over week 3. Ball is loose. And Clemson has recovered the football. T.J. Parker.
Bigger expectations for them when it comes to that. Right? They're talking about ACC championships and college playoffs, but just to still continue to have your season to go on and play in those bowl games.
In short yardage situations, let's see here. And they struggle again, not gonna get it. Boy, I tell you what, that is mind-boggling for a team like Clemson. With this offensive line, Furman had its top running back go down with an injury a number of weeks ago. And here's Crosdale again. Best run of the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening by the Paladins. And that is a first down. And it's intercepted by Sammy Brown. Miller's had a nice year. Rapid improvement from a season ago. Has started the last 5 games. Throw, catch, and every scoring play.
Loaded there.
And Coach Braun's name has been mentioned prominently. Particularly the Penn State job. But, you know, this whole Lane Kiffin thing is just... You know, a lot of people thought these days of Lane Kiffin were behind him, as there's a third down stop. And
just being the big household name there for years.
Big run. That'll be a 15-yard pickup. Azimi Mume did very well down in Central Florida, of course, but I'm talking about on the Power 4 stage, but he has done a phenomenal job at Ole Miss. Of course, Dabo dropped on us yesterday. First down throw and a catch to the big tight end across the middle, Joshua Burrell. And Furman has all 3 of its timeouts remaining here in the first half. Little underneath and read beautifully right there by Woodaz. Boy, he's been a good player. This is his final game.
Yeah, that's the guy on the team that us players spend the most time with. You're with the strength coach. He's almost like the therapist. We tell them everything. They know everything about us, mentally, physically.
49-yard attempt. And he shows off that strong right leg. I know that, Wes, that was one of the questions you were asking. Linthicum, their center. 5th-year player and a 2-year starter.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Leveled, but he's still in there. Gamer. That's a big-time play right there.
That's a big hit right there.
Yeah, again, it's McLaughlin. North Carolina under Bill Belichick needing to win that game and then again next week against rival NC State. Another rival, I should say, NC State.
That's pretty incredible.
You know, we brought up earlier this, you know, senior class as Vizina will pick up a first down.
Yeah, sure, you want to win the game, but they weren't worried about the consequences of losing.
That was nearly picked off. That would have been a pick 6 going the other way. Second down and 13. And Keith Adams Jr. trying to turn the corner. He has dropped for a loss. I tell you, this Luke McLaughlin has been all over the field. Final 4s for Dabo Swinney. This year, unlike last year, they will not be playing in the college football playoff, nor, unlike last year, will the Tigers be playing in the ACC championship. Swing it out of the backfield. And that's Nettles, and the ball is loose, picked up and recovered. There's a penalty flag down. All right, 3rd down. Perfect throw on a nice route. And the reception again made by Kerry King. Goes to the ball just inside the 20. And into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown for Evan James. What a year it has been for this true freshman.
Here's the play right there. You see the matchup in the slot. Just a slot fade. In my opinion, the most difficult route to defend is when the slot receiver runs a fade to the corner.
Right there is the #1 defense in the country, though. And they're on #1 in offense as well.
Overtime, but it was like 200 degrees out here.
Yeah, same thing here, man. It was so loud. It was the very first game of the year.
How about that throw and catch? And again, that is King yardage record in Furman University football history. Needed 172 coming in. As there's a big tackle for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. The Purdue transfer. I used to go to spring training there every year. That was the only thing there was to do was pick strawberries. Here's a sprint by Denton as he's off to the races. Inside the 20 and run out of bounds. He's got a ways to go, he said, but he has been solid. He has been steady for such a young guy. And another big run inside the 5, and it's 1st and goal for the Tigers on a 50-yard run, and then a interesting story there, Wes Bryant. Thank you very much. 3 rushes, 69 yards. And now he's going to throw it, and bang, bang, bang. Denton comes in, and I mean just like that, a Clemson touchdown. The left-hander.
They let the lefty get loose out there.
When the starting quarterback on a really good team that year there is a catch again by Kerry King. But when Tyler Huff went down injured at 23, I mean, they're the 5 seed. And I'll tell you what, I think I would rather, you tell me, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen Tech a lot this year, seen a couple of games. I'm not so sure I wouldn't rather play Texas Tech.
Good luck.
Denton going to run it again, and another really good run by the freshman. That'll be a first down. Denton's going to run it. He's still on his feet, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Exciting.
That is exciting. And Dabo.
As you can do your thing, and this is exciting for a bright young freshman there.
They're going to go ahead and bring it out. That is Devin Hester Jr., and no, that is not the Devin Hester. Urban won a pile of games early, of course retired early, and that's the old ball game. 45-10. Give it up to Furman. Furman showed up here tonight.
Absolutely. They executed in the second half. You know, they held it down in terms of not giving up many points. And they look good.